That's the
That's
thing.
true. That's a theory. It's all
I
theory.
want to go back to the mines.
Oh, right? Oh. You just reminded me of something. Oh my gosh, yes. No minds, please. But there is also a theory, and I just wish we could get on the moon and just knock out all these theories, right? But there's a theory that there are Anunnaki on the moon, and that they are still, they're not using us as slaves, but they are still mining the Earth for gold. So there are stories that there is gold missing on Earth. Okay, they don't know what's happening to this gold, and there have been ships seen coming and going from Earth. They know from the water and for water, and they're wondering if they're also, taking gold and taking it back to the moon, and that the moon is the place where they are sending it from to Nibiru. Wow, right?
Yeah, that gets really complex for sure. But I don't know. I keep thinking it's just a greedy elites. Just got me crazy. But yeah, I mean, you don't know that they've ever stopped. Are we just a workforce in a different level, though?
Well, I was thinking about that just recently because I keep hearing that, but I can't think of anything that we're doing. I go about my day-to-day life. What am I doing that's helpful to them? What? I don't see it.
I mean, the physical, there are a lot of laborers. We're keeping, the workforce is the machine that keeps the money rolling. You are a consumer. You go out, you buy things. You have to make money in order to buy things. You just keep that thing rolling all the time. If people stopped working, if people stopped buying, then all of a sudden, I think the brakes go on, and there's a lot of people up on the food chain up there who aren't getting paid. I think that's how some people contribute in that way. Here's a comment for you by Art. Hi, Art. Famed remote viewer Ingo Swan. Yeah, saw an underground reptoid base on the far side of the moon.
Was it a reptoid base? I know Swan.
Yeah,
I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that when he went up, when he projected, I don't even know what the word is for when he remote viewed. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, he was used by a secret agency, government agency, to look at the moon. This is, I say that they knew something. I mean, Swan was considered the best remote viewer of his time, and they got him and gave him the coordinates to remote view the moon, and he did, and he saw humanoid beings working on the moon, and they weren't wearing any kind of breathing apparatus.
No.
And he said they were making some kind of laser, and he saw buildings, and somehow they were able to perceive his presence.
Mm-hmm.
And he realized that they did, and he cut it off. And after that he hid for a long time because he was found out. But he was shocked that he was found out, because apparently you're supposed to be able to do that without being, I don't know much about remote viewing.
Well, remote viewers, I mean, essentially you're peeking in from the outside as energy. But I imagine if there's somebody who's telepathic, or a lot of these beings are very advanced, that they would be able to see things like that. I've tapped into places and
government agency
people like, I heard you.
Look at the moon. That's right. I say that
I'm like, wow,
they knew something.
Really?
I mean, Taiwan was considered the best
I think
remote viewer of his time. They got him and gave him the coordinates, and they weren't wearing any kind of helmet. Again, saying that we breathe air on Earth, but if you are an alien, we don't know. And they weren't wearing any kind of breathing apparatus.
There's so many different reasons.
He said they were making some kind of laser and
as well.
buildings, and somehow
they come to this planet. You don't always see them.
They were able to perceive his presence, living right among us. And he realized that they did, and ETs are living on Earth and walking among us. For anyone who doubts, because you get people who go, "Oh, remote viewing isn't real," blah blah blah. No, it goes beyond. Apparently, you're supposed to be able to do that without being. He remote viewed Jupiter and found that ring around Jupiter. Now we don't see it like we see Saturn and stuff, but Jupiter has this ring, and he found it, and the scientists didn't know it was there, and the scientists found it years later.
I've tapped into places
after Swan had already told him, it's there. So I believe that, he's got a good reputation. I believe that what he saw on the moon was real. Look at that.
For sure. Art says that
again, saying that, we breathe air on Earth, but if you are a alien, we don't know.
That's what I was saying when he reviewed it. Reptilian said he would kill him if he ever came out.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not.
I know. Lots of little hidden gems in there. So, absolutely.
Interestingly enough, when I have a chapter in this book, and it's called Heart Who Goes There, and I, just trying to figure out who was real, blah blah blah, what kind of beings are on the moon. And as we've said, it could be several actually living together up there. But the title of the chapter is Heart Who Goes There, and I actually do have this ring, and found it, and the scientists didn't know it was there, and the scientists found it years later. Species after living on had already told him. And the reason I put it there was because of that Zulu story. What he saw, the Zulu people said that in their tales it was reptilian or lizard-like beings that brought the moon to where it is. So, and reptilians, as many know, throughout history, have been seen, and it is a theory that they were here. They may still be here. They may be living, under the surface of the earth too. So reptilians are a thing. I hate to say it, but they are. Interestingly enough, so I was listening to a story the other day of a lady who had stumbled upon reptilian beings, and but they didn't bother her. They were focused on apparently eating a snake, and I know, right? You can't tell me that they didn't know she wasn't there, and then she was
gone under hypnosis and talked about encounters with reptilians.
Yeah. So it is a thing, people. It's not my favorite thing, but one lady years ago who said she was a walk-in and she had all of this galactic history came, she was talking about the different species, and she said, with reptilians, there's good and there's bad, so there's no reason to be alarmed or scared. These beings do exist, that, you get good and bad, she was saying, in all beings. So, but they are a candidate as to who may be on the moon. Do you remember V? The show V years ago? I didn't watch the remake. I actually have the remake. Yeah, so that was I'd rather think of them that way than the way at least they were, they looked human until they didn't want to look human.
Well, I think it's like they can project their energy to make you see them the way they want you to see them. They really shapeshift. I think it's more of how they project to you, how they want you to see them. about encounters with reptilians.
To me, that's
Yeah.
more
So
viable
it is a thing,
because people who
it's not
have
my favorite
allegedly
thing,
seen them
but,
say they
one
could
time,
almost see. The best way I can describe it is, you ever see a peak coming off a sidewalk and somebody just have that sort of distorted space? It's like that. People will say they'll sometimes look at somebody and then this distortion, and then they see the true form. So I'm thinking that's really different, But hey, you know what? I don't pretend to know everything that's out there. I have not, to my knowledge, had an encounter, but it's wiki nonetheless.
You know what? It's a kind of science and technology that, if they're real and they can do this, it's a kind of science and technology that we just don't understand yet.
No, it's just a
That they could be able to do that.
Yeah, projection of energy. I'm going to chime in when Tamara says reptilian are mentioned in the Indian and Aztec myths, along with other cultures mention them in myth stories. Let's just go to Peru, for instance. In Brazil, a lot of these monuments emulate, the gods or these different beings, the serpent gods. There is actually a town, I think, in Brazil that has a statue that was erected in the town of a reptilian, humanoid, and he's clothed, and this specific being, I don't know if it was, I think there might have been a war, some kind of cataclysm in the area. He went underground with them, and he educated them, and he taught them how to survive. This is why there's a statue of him. So it's like, this is like an ancient culture, So I mean, there's definitely something to it. I mean, the ancients weren't all wrong. I mean, they emulated what they saw. They documented what they saw. He's finding stuff all over the place. It's just now we have an understanding with the internet, and we're seeing things. People are going on vacation capturing different things. It's just like seeing photographs of of these stone monuments. What is this about? You can research it. It's not so easy, to suppress people. Cultures mentioned in stories.
Right. You know what's interesting is that I keep, hearing about, and I believe this is true, that there are people who have come into this world at this time from elsewhere. Maybe, you're from another planet, and they come in here because it's a time to educate humanity about what's really going on. And I call them the ground troops of people, like you, who that's right. And I do believe that is true. We all have our little piece to work on in trying to educate people about these things, so that if you want to call it disclosure, will happen, because we can't just stay in the dark.
Right. There you go. Absolutely. Sky's the limit on this. And we are nearing the end of the show. We're 5 to 11 already. Like that just breezed fast. It's hard to believe we've already covered almost 2 hours. But I want to thank you for coming on. It was a lot of fun. It was really informative. I've got your website up here. It's also in the show. So anybody goes to it, all of that information is there, along with your bio and the name of the book, everything. So, you're welcome. And I'd love to do it again in the new year, maybe on one of the other topics and the other books that you have.
Okay, yeah, that would be fun. I love coming on your show. So lucky. It's like second time. Thank you.
We have a lot of fun. It'll be great. I will email you, of course, as I like to do after, the show and all of our numbers roll in, just to give you an idea how many people were listening tonight.
Okay, thank you. Can I just say one thing really quick?
Promote. Go.
Well, if you're on Facebook, I have a Moon Mysteries page. So go to the Moon Mysteries page. I'm always putting up videos and information and stuff on there. And there's a Cosmic Mysteries with Constance Victoria Briggs. That's new, that I'll be utilizing. So you can go there too. And that's it.
Okay,
So, and you've got the website, constantvictoriabriggs.com. Go find you there. If you have any questions, they can reach you that way as well.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks,
and where
everybody.
can your book be found on Amazon? Or
It's on Amazon. The Amazon, you can get it. Truth Galactic History. Very easy.
Okay, nice and easy, guys. So thank you, and thank you, Victoria. I will definitely reach out to you as soon as all those servers come in.
Okay, thanks for having me. Bye, everybody. All right.
Well, that was just a boatload of fun, guys. Wow, thank you so much to Constance for joining us this evening. Huge thank you to Folgers Coffee for sponsoring the show. Big thank you to Dr. Snape Justin Snicker for sponsoring us. And of course,
Okay, thank you.
what can I say? I'm speechless. This is just so much information. But a lot of theories. Take everything with a grain of salt, do your own research. It's always just mind-blowing. Learn something new every day. You may just be surprised at actually what is out there. So no matter what viewing platform you guys were on this evening, please subscribe, like us, join the group, whatever it takes. Just show the support. We do try very hard to bring you guys the absolute best information and best guests that we can. Everyone here on United Public Radio Network, has a lot of terrific shows. So please show us some love. And if you want to get a hold of us, again, we've got people going over to the group pages. Guys, I know that I can't. It's not humanly possible for me to get to everybody. We're super swamped. I have different social media, and I just Facebook alone brings me over 100 messages a day between all the group pages and just my regular messenger. I just can't do it. So please go to the Outer Realm Contact at gmail.com. The Outer Realm Contact at gmail.com. You want to be a guest on the show? You want to recommend a guest on the show? You want a topic, you'd like to see certain things, just message us that way. It's so much easier that way. You will definitely get a response. But also just know, I can't guarantee, that because I can get everybody on the show. We're booking months in advance. So it takes a lot. But tell us why you want to be on the show if you want to be on the show. And then we can start from there. But we do have a waiting list, and we are booking well into January, February right now with bookings going out through the whole year. So, please bear that in mind and be patient. Now, tomorrow evening we welcome back Peter Penagor. Honestly, he is one of the fan favorites here on the Outer Realm. He's going to be discussing, we're going to keep in with the theme this week. He's going to be discussing UFOs and extraterrestrials. And he's got a lot of phenomenal information. And like I said, people love him. So he will be back on tomorrow night. So until then, I hope you guys all behave yourselves. Not that long, not that far off. So we want to see everybody back here in chat. Thank you to everybody who's been in chat. We see some new people in here, and we're always just so pleased to have you all on board. So thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night. Contact at gmail.com. You want to be a guest on the show? You want to recommend a guest on the show? You want a topic? You'd like to see certain things? Just message.
Prepare yourself for an evening filled with paranormal, special guests, interviews, haunting stories, creatures of the unknown, and tales that will chill you to the bone. Brought to you by the UPRN Network and Pittsburgh Paranormal Society. Take a walk into the night with Sean Kelly.
We're going to keep in with the theme this week. He's going to be discussing UFOs and extraterrestrials. He's got a lot of phenomenal information.
We came up with a big decision.
So he will be back on tomorrow.
And I really did think about it.
Until then, I hope you guys
And I'm retired from
yourselves. Not that long, not that far off. So we want to see everybody back in chat. Thank you to everybody who's been in chat. We see some new people in here. And
Good evening, everybody.
So thank you.
I mean, it's just been 17 years now, and I'm just done. I'm done with it.
pop
So,
into it to see something.
yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm not losing it.
For evening films with paranormal, special guests,
That's going to be
interviews, haunting stories, creatures of the unknown,
It's
and
time
tales
to
to show you to the close.
It's time to get
Brought to you by the UPRN Network and Pittsburgh Paranormal Society. Take a walk into the night with George.
So, my guest for tonight I started PPS with her, you know, and I thought it would be a good idea, you know, to end
We're going to be discussing. We're going to continue with the theme.
November,
He's going to be
have our
discussing
will be, you know, the first day of my retirement, because I do have some stuff that I have to, there's some functions that I have to go to, but that is, you know, she started it with me in 2006, so without further ado, I'd like you to bring Carmen, please. And, hi, hon.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you really, really good. How are you, hon?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me back again.
Oh, yeah, happy to come on here. I don't know if you were here. You're not losing it.
I heard all of your intro.
Yeah, I think I'm hanging it up.
You're not hanging it up. You have earned a much deserved retirement. You're welcome. It's true. Like, did you say 17 years you've been doing paranormal?
Yeah, I started it with you. You know, I started it with you. Started PPS.
You were doing it before me.
I started the group, you know, I just really got into it.
And your group's still going to live on. The name is still going to happen. People are still going to go out there and do things, right?
November, going to have our kind of thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. You know, I would like it to happen. Continue to happen.
Let the namesake continue and.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, right now we've got the paperwork for the trademark and started it. You know, stuff like that. And so this is like a big step. You know,
you've had a good run.
Yes, I did.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
A good run. It was time for me to get out. You know, I just don't have that energy anymore to get in my cars and go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody needs help, I'm more happy to help them. You know,
Absolutely.
talking to them. You know, but no more.
You're not hanging it up. You have earned. Hey, mental health is just as important, you know.
Yes,
And
oh, absolutely. And
it's true.
I think part of my mental health, my depression, my anxiety had a lot with ghost hunting.
I bet, yeah, you're taking on a lot of things, you know, kind of, as much as you protect yourself and, you know, you don't take things home with you on purpose, but it still takes a toll on you. You know, I've seen you on investigations in the early days where it wore you out. You were in bed for a couple of days after a pretty tough one for a handful, if not more, that I know of at least. So yeah, it wear on you mentally, emotionally, physically.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot to take on doing this kind of work. It's not easy.
Right now, and then Jason was in my group. He just formed this new group. You know, I forget his name. Sorry, Jason, if you're hearing this. But you know, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have good people in that group. So you can, you know, it's time to. I guess what they say, play it forward or pass
Pay it forward. Yeah.
Card. So how you been, huh?
I'm good. I mean, I feel like
How's your podcast?
I've taken a little bit of a breather for a couple of weeks here. Just kind of like, you know, mental health, physical health, not like anything bad with me or anything like that. Mental health is just as important. I'm training for my next powerlifting competition, which is November 5th. So I'm kind of getting into the meat and potatoes, the big hefty stuff of lifting, and it's taking its toll on me physically. I bet, yeah.
You want to check your like,
you know, kind kind of, as much as you protect yourself. I'm static. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're static.
With you on purpose, but is that any better if I come closer, maybe?
No,
I've seen you on
something with the connection.
where it's connection. Dead for a couple of days after a pretty tough one.
There you go.
Handful, if not more than
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little
Still
bit.
breaking up. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
It's a lot to take on in this kind of work. It's not easy.
Check your headphone jack, huh?
A headphone jack?
Yeah.
Any better there? No, still the same.
Still the same.
Still the same.
You rubbing on it or something? Like, is it up against your shirt?
I'm good.
No?
No, well, it was just kind of dangling at my legs. I got it on the table now. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit of a breather.
See what happens. It's like when you talk into it.
Just kind of like,
But that's okay.
Not like anything bad.
So tell us.
Sound bad for you.
Oh, no.
Training for my next
I don't know. She still said, that my boss said,
so I'm trying to get
manager said it's all
potatoes,
good.
big
Now, yes, I am so impressed with her. Ladies and gentlemen, honest to God, Carmen, she powers lift.
I'm static too.
You want to explain that a little bit?
Is that any better? Yeah, powerlifting is like a weightlifting competition or weightlifting sport, athletic sport. It is doing 3 lifts. You get 3 attempts at each lift for just like a 1 rep max. We do a back squat where the barbell's on your back, on your shoulders, bench press, and a deadlift. And this competition in November, I am hoping, like fingers crossed, hoping to be going for a state record again on my deadlift in my age group and weight class.
Oh, what is your record right now?
I hit 365
Holy
in
crap.
July.
My ass up.
Yeah, I did 365 pounds in July. And the current state record is only 375. So if I was 10 pounds away in July, we're hoping that I've had all this time between July and November that I can get an extra 15 pounds because I want to go for 380 and hopefully get 380 and be the new state record holder. Again.
Which is good. What got you into powerlifting?
Honestly, okay, so it's weird how it started, Sean. Like, kind of like, I started working out with a trainer before I got married. I was trying to lose weight and just like get in shape and look better for my wedding. And then I stayed with this woman after the wedding, and I continued to pay her to let her beat me up, essentially. And she pushed me for years. I mean, she legit pushed me for years of saying, you know, you've got the athleticism, you've got the stamina for it, you've got the body type for it. You should really look into doing like this competitively or just like training in this